so we're back today, this time with a fun little deck known as Dredge. I think Dredge is in a pretty good position right now because I feel a lot of people are packing the wrong kind of grave hate to combat Dredge. So we're going to take it for a league and see how we can do with it. For those who don't know what the idea behind the Dredge deck is you're going to utilize the Dredge mechanic as much as possible, which is if you would draw a card, you may, in this case, mill 5 cards instead and return Stinkweed Imp to your hand. So then you utilize cards that want to hit the graveyard, such as Creeping Chill. When this hits the graveyard, you get to exile it and deal 3 damage and gain 3 life. Or things like Bloodghast, when it's in the graveyard and you play a land, comes back to the battlefield. Narcomoebas, if they're put into your graveyard from the library, put it on the battlefield instead. And then Prized Amalgam. When a creature enters the battlefield from the graveyard, you get to return Prized Amalgam at the beginning of the next end step. So you basically create a board state as fast as possible and smack your opponents for lethal. Then you've got Cathartic Reunion and Thrilling Discovery to help you get rid of those cards that have the Dredge on them, and so that way you can actually dredge. You have Stinkweed or Shriekhorn to help fill the graveyard a bit. If you can get one of these down early on like turn 1, pretty good. Then you have the Ox, which is a great way to escape because you're going to have 8 cards in your graveyard. If you're playing Dredge, you're probably going to be dredging cards away. And then you also then get to discard your hand and draw more cards. Exactly what Dredge wants to be doing. And then you also have Conflagrate. Great way to get those last points of damage over because you have a hand full of stuff. You can flash back and discard those Dredge cards that are stuck in your hand again and continue the Dredge mechanic. That's the main board rundown. As far as what we're rocking in the sideboard, we've got a Singleton Blast Zone because those nice things like Draft Digger's Cage exist. Need a way to deal with it. And then other than that, most people are packing artifacts for their way to deal with the graveyard. So we've got Ancient Grudge and Nature's Claim. Nature's Claim also hits things like Leyline of the Voids, which we're packing 4 of here. And we have Lightning Axe to deal damage to creatures. And then the Leyline of the Void is just so that way things like the Murktide deck, you can put in Leyline and then they won't be able to get their Murktide out quickly. They can't turn on Darcy. They can't use Broxa. It's just a decent enough card in Dredge that we're bringing it in as a 4 for a sideboard. With that being said, let's take this into the league and see how well we can do with it. And we won the die roll. Would love to take the play. And let's see here. Not a keepable hand. Lots of Thrilling Discovery. We'll try it. Bottom of the Narcomoeba. Fetch. We'll go ahead and get Sacred Foundry here. Sorry, we have access to white. Then Shriekhorn and pass the turn. I want to stop on my upkeep here. We mill over an Amalgam in a land. Then we mill over more land. Darn. Let's Steinmeier do this. Get Stomping Grounds here so we have access to our colors. Red, white, Thrilling Discovery. Yes, we're going to discard a Thrilling Discovery and this. Give ourselves 3. Okay. Not terrible. Kavu. Well, that's not good for us. We'll mill ourselves 3 here, or 2. We see an ox. That's pretty good. We can ox here. Red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get rid of everything but the amalgams. Stack like so. Discard and dredge. We'll hit stinkweed. We'll hit Golgari Thug. Stinkweed. Creeping Chill and Narcomoebas. Always yield. Apparently doesn't want to face a dredge deck there. We do that, and then we have Loam and Conflag. Okay. So some form of, my guess is, Domain Zoo. I like the axes. And ending seems pretty good. And just removal. As far as what we don't want, we can shave some shriek horns, shave to discovery, and then cut bloodghasts. Cut a bloodghast, cut a thug. I'm gonna try it. Mulligans to 3. Searching hard for Leyline of the Void. Decided 3 is good enough. And Foothills fetched. Breeding pool found. Shoxodin. Kavu have a 4/4. Yep. 4/4 Kavu. Go ahead and lead off with milling. We hit over an imp. Pretty great for us. What else do we hit? Get a Sacred Foundry? Well, that's not great. Guess we'll go with Foothills, crack this, get our last... There are no more Sacred Foundries. So we'll get Mountain. Now red, Cathartic Union, discarding Imp and Conflag. Dredge 5, Dredge 3. And there's no replacement effect, so we have to draw the last card. Okay. No ETB triggers there. Bit unfortunate. Taking a good chunk here. Rip. Okay. just because our hand doesn't beat that card. But now we know that there are rips. So bring in Nature's Claims. Get rid of Loam. And a conflag. We'll take a play. We mulligan this. Has a way to deal with rip, but doesn't do much else. So we're gonna mulligan this down to 5. Okay, here we go. Keep 5, bottom, chill, and I guess Ox. Stomping Grounds tapped and pass the turn. We are looking for land. Blooded Strand fetched. Shocks in a Steam Vents, and I'm assuming Kavu. Yep. We need land here. One draws. That's not it. Yep, this 5/5 is just going to go swinging. Discards a Triome. Makes sense. Second one. Narcomoeba. Okay. Not terrible. Gives us at least a blocker here. Let's go ahead and shred or hit that. Okay, well, that's a land. Has to be a land that enters tapped, doesn't it? Of course. Okay. There's still no way to produce this white. Narcomoeba is going to be on blocking duty. Bolts the Narcomoeba. Great. So, just not fast enough. Mainly because we kept a one-lander and didn't find a second land until too late. You're gonna okay. It's the Copperline Gorge. Tribal Flames. Hits us for 5. Alright. Yeah. Domain Zoo. When they were able to make a 5/5 on turn 2 and a 5/5 on turn 3. Not gonna be able to compete with that. Alright. I would love to take the play here. Nope. Sure. Bottom the Creeping Chill. Gemstone Mine, make white, Shriekhorn, pass turn. Inquisition? I mean, I know what you're taking. You're taking the Discovery. Oh, there's an Ox. Creeping Chill, yeah. Oh, would you look at that? We're going to dredge 5. Narc Amoeba, sounds good to me. And there are 7 cards in yard. Oh, but we have a conflag in yard. That's pretty great. This, shocking, conflag, flashback. Them. Hit for 3. Pay for red. Discard our hand. Hit you for 3, opponent. Pass turn. Dragon Rage Channeler? Sure. Card seems great. I'm gonna mill us for 2 here. Neat. I'm gonna go with a Stinkweed to start. Fun. Okay. We could Ox to draw 3. That seems fine. Red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to keep that and get rid of a mana confluence. Dredge. All right. Not much was hit there, but enough. We can combat swing for 1. Beginning of the instep, we're going to return prized amalgam. What are we doing? Shocking down to 10. And bolting the amalgam. Okay. Mean. It's still gonna just dredge Stinkweed. Yeah, your 1/1 has to stay back on blocking duty. Actually, no, we take a natural draw. No replacement. Attack with everything. You're gonna terminate? Sure. Takes 3, goes to 7. So 12 of the 19 cards, so 13 of the 19, so there's 6. Hmm. 6 lands left. We can hit 1, we're golden. Darcy has to attack. So we're going to continue to try to draw a land here. Down to 3. Okay, opponent. There we go. There's the creeping chill. Yep. It's like, I'm just going to get you to the point where one creeping chill kills you, and then we're going to start dredging. Like, that's the end of that discussion. All right. So, some form of Grixis. I like the lightning axe. Leyline doesn't seem awful. But their Luris deck. I like those, and we'll bring in this. Yeah, we'll bring in 6 cards for removal. 2 cards in case of catch type effects. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of a con flag. Shave 2 discovery. But a loam. A thug. 2 thugs. A bloodghast? Yeah. Hands got plenty. Monkey. That's a monkey. Ooh. Ooh. Do we confluence and exile? Nah, we mountain and pass. Because we can lightning axe, discard the imp. I'm gonna axe your monkey. Aether Gust. Sure, we'll put it on top. You have a lightning axe, opponent. Dredge 5. Not a bad 5 to see there. Mana confluence. Stay down. Ending the monkey. Pass turn. Bobble. Bobbledy bobbledy bobble. 3 mana. Luris to hand. Okay. I'm really not afraid of a Luris. Especially when I have a conflag in the yard. They want to bobble, see what we're drawing. We're drawing a chill. Darn. We'll do Blood Crypt Shocked In. Let us think we don't. Castable card. It's not what Dredge wants to be doing, but it is a castable card. Sure, you're going to recur your bobble once. 3 mana, draw a card. Greatest effect ever. Go ahead, bobble me, see what I'm drawing. Discovery. We'll do this. Tapped. Conflag Luris for 2. Yeah, Luris for 2. Red. Get rid of Ox and Chill. Hope that Luris was worth it. This next turn we have Ox if need be. Or if we hit a Dredge, we have Discovery. Dragon Rage. Yep. Spell Bomb. Sure. You bombing now? Yep. Bombs now. Exiles our graveyard. Oh no. Telling me my Ox is gone? Shame your Darcy has to attack. This past turn. Shocks in. Terminates? Sure. What, you have another spell bomb? It's possible. If not, you're just getting in for 3 because you can. Do this, get ourselves Sacred Foundry tapped. Upkeep will draw, or we'll dredge. Fun. Say yes. And Creeping Chill hits you for 3. And we will pass the turn. Make ourselves an amalgam. Drowns the Narcomoeba. Okay. And then snap. Sure, you have snap drown. You don't have the mana to drown. Drown doesn't seem like a bad card against Dredge. I'll give him that. Yeah, we take 5. Down to 8 we go. Upkeep Dredge 4. Look at that, another Creeping Chill. White-red. Try to resolve a discovery. Yep. You got the drown. You got the snap drown. You have the gust. Okay. We don't have a dredger in the yard, so we'll take throwing dredgers into the yard. I could swing and take them to 2, and then they have to hold Snappy back if they don't have a way to deal with the amalgam. Has a drown. Okay. Again, if I'm using drown, I think you definitely should, you know, drown and not gust. Bolts me, has bolt, snap, bolt. On to game 3. Cool. Has the bolt, snap, bolt. Not gonna bother because Dredge is just so... They are very graveyard oriented. Flail into the void and say hello. Ending. They were spellbomb based. So we'll cut the endings, bring in grudge, take out. Cut the discovery and Shriekhorn. Bring back in Loam. Nah, ending's still pretty good. They're all 0, 1, and 2. Yeah. I would love to play first. This hand kind of tells him to kindly fuck off. But we're not doing anything else. Okay, we can keep this. No, it's 1 land. Down to 5. Okay. Not great. But not awful. Keep bottom, bottom. Sadly, no amalgam, or no fun for us, turn 1. Mountain Darcy? Mountain Ragavan. Okay, sure. Nabobble? And we're about to go 10 deep, so... You want to see what we're drawing? A Sacred Foundry. Okay, we'll play that in and shock it. And now red, cathartic, pitching imp. Dredge. All right. We have a Loam to dredge next turn. Shocks in a Watery Grave. Spellbomb. You spellbombing now? When there's legitimately nothing in my graveyard? All right. So they hit an amalgam. I would love to use Bloodghast ability. Problem is it's not there anymore. Stinky. Island. Another spell bomb. Fun. You sure you don't want to block their opponent? I mean, I know you can't. They all have flying. Expressive. Bobble is exiled. I'm assuming Bobble gets played. Fetches down to 9. And shocks. Dragon Rage Channeler. Still not online. Surveils. Cool. I'm not putting your Darcy online there. Much rather let Ragavan smack me. Bloodstained Mire. Okay. So land is lethal. Bobbles us to try to see. Down to 3 they go. And smacking for just 2, meaning they're going to turn on their Dragon Rage Channeler somehow here. Try to block. Exiles an imp. Nice. And concedes. Why? You can play the imp. We draw claim. We draw claim. We claim their spell bomb. Do they take the 4? They probably do at that point. Take gaining 4 there. And then we hold back. Anyway, 1-1. Dredge doing Dredge things. Alright, opponent's been found here for match number 3. We lost the die roll, but let's see what we can do. Snap keep. Like a hand that has both colors that we want? Yes, please. This, that, pass. Triome found for opponent here. Rainforest passes. They want to go ahead and search. You're gonna ice. Okay, opponent, that's rude. And so this means that they're a Footfalls deck. Ice again. You got it, bud. Drilling Discovery. Has Force of Negation. I am A-okay with that. Next turn, you're in for a fun time, unless you have ice number 3. Rhinos? Psh, who cares? Ice number 3? No ice number 3. Unfortunate for you, opponent. Cathartic Reunion, pitching Imp and Loam. We gonna dredge, and we're gonna dredge. Creeping chill. Just say yes, say yes. Did somebody mention something about dredging? We're gonna dredge, we're gonna dredge. We're gonna dredge. Opponent just says, nope. I mean, we don't even do anything there. Anyway. So we just have a yard full of stuff and a handful of things. So facing footfalls. Axe ain't bad. Zone. I don't think they've got anything. Ending can hit rhinos. They don't do anything with their graveyard. Dredge and claim are interesting. I'm trying to think what they could bring in. So we're going to board out the... I'm not going to bring in the endings now that I'm thinking about it, because a lot of the things are 3+. So we're going to bring in the axes and the claims, because they could totally be running Leyland of the Void here. They're not going to be running any low to the ground artifacts, because they can cascade into those. So their only grave hate has to be like Leyline. So yeah. We do that. We take out 2 horn, 2 discovery, and shave on a thug. Run it like so. Hand's tempting. Not really. Hand doesn't do anything. Mulligan. Hand's got no lands. Mulligan. We got 1 land. We'll try it. We'll bottom the chill and an axe. Hope to try to draw a land in these first couple of draws. Tracks Tarn gets Triome. Makes sense. Dr. Edge reporting for duty. Don't you know it? Let's mill ourselves to... Okay, that's a decent start. It's not mill. I want to take a natural draw here. I'm looking for land. I say Loam doesn't find us land, sadly. Footfalls is slowly coming. Land? Damn. Let's go ahead and mill them too. Hey, we milled over an ice and a bone crusher. I am a-okay seeing those cards go away. Question. Okay, we're violent outbursting into rhinos. Sure. Take yo, rhinos. Misty. Cast, discarding thug. And just mill them too. No replacement. 1 lander and getting punished for it. Of course you would make that joke. How you doing today, by the way, Wheels? Let's draw. Can't draw a land in Dredge to save my life. So, yeah, that's always fun. I make 2 more rhinos. So we're staring down death here if we don't have a land. And they have to not have counterspell if we have a land. Cool. Concede. Kept a 1-lander. Hope we could find a land. We had 6 turns. Didn't matter. I'd love to take the play. This hand's got lands. It's got a Nature's Claim. And we've got things to pitch to this reunion. We keep it. All right. Wooded Foothills pass the turn. Except get ourselves a Sacred Foundry here. Tapped. Upkeep we draw. I was hoping another Dredge there. That's not that, though. Cathartic, pitching the Thug and the Ox. Show me Force of Negation. Has the Force. Pitches a Fire Ice. That's fine. So I was mainly reunioning to put Thug into the yard, so I consider that a success. Upkeep, Dr. Edgett. Creeper and Chill. Land, shock it in. Bloodghast, say yes. Amalgam sees the Bloodghast. Black, red, play out the Thug, pass the turn. What are we doing? City Theft? Or Stomp? Neither. Dope. His land. You see, now we can draw lands. Violent Outburst, make some rhinos. Foot falls, we fall in. It doesn't matter how they block. Dope. They take 1. Endurance. Of course. So if we had played Bloodstained Mire, we would have been fine. I picked the wrong one. I don't think it matters. We only had 1 Dredge anyway. We take 8, go to 10. So endurance is their grave card of choice. I should have figured it was endurance. As force of negation. Dope. Hold the thug back. What's fair about crashing footfalls? It legitimately needs to survive until turn 3. And then it can start doing things. You're just 4/4s. Dope. They had it all, y'all. They had double force, endurance, outburst, prismari, and petty theft. Just all the cards to tell us no. Gotta love it. All right. We won the die roll. We're going to gladly take the play here. This hand's a mulligan. This hand's a mulligan as well. We've learned to not keep one-landers in Dredge. We can keep... We don't have any great Dredge effects here. But that's fine. Foothills pass. Foothills will grab our Sacred Foundry at the end step. Then we're going to Discovery. A bobbledy bobble. So is it tempo? Bleh. That's a monkey. Crashing Foothills? Exactly. He who peanut. No, that's only to describe people who ball chase, aka monkey brain. There we go. This we draw. They want to see what we're drawing. What'd they see? They saw a gemstone mine. Well, that's a fun card for them to see. White, red, Thrilling Discovery. I would love to use Thrilling Discovery. We're going to pitch Loam and Conflag. We're going to Loam. Then we're going to Thug. We have to draw. Darn. We're going to make 2 Narcomoebas. Now we have a Conflag next turn. That's fun. Ooh, there's a Forgotten Cave in there. I like this plan. Visions. Go ahead. Is your monkey swinging? You going He-Hoo Peanut? No He-Hoo Peanut. You want to see what our top card is. Not like it matters. It's another imp. Let's go ahead and play this out. We're going to Loam, picking up Forgotten Cave, Mesa Foothills. Get in for 1. Hold back an Narcomoeba as a blocker. Because we can cycle the Loam. And then we'll have Dredge. Or we'll have Fetch, Loam, and Conflag for way too much damage. That's a Darcy. Unholy Heats. Okay. That'll turn on Darcy. Smacks us for 2. Have whatever's on the top of my library. It's a Loam. Instead, I'm going to cycle. By cycle, I mean dredge life from the loam. Dredge 5. Another creeping trail. Dope. Ox, conflag. This. You fetch. I don't even know what's in our deck still. Look at the Blood Crypt. Shock it in. Go. Green, black, loam. Pick up mountain, cave, and mine. Ox for the win. Ah, conflag. Conflag's lethal too. So we just conflag for 8. Yeah. They have no mana. Conflag for 8. What you can do, opponent? Pitch our hand, and then we have plenty. We had a treasure. Yeah, what? Are they going to be running Spell Pierce main board? I mean, they could. You're not wrong. So Leyline of the Voids, come in here. Blusterstorm. Leyline Lightning Axe, and I don't know what they could have. So we're just going to bring in Claim as a decent catch-all. Nah. Shave on 2 horns, 2 discovery. And we have 5. Get rid of 2 thugs. Now we still have to cut 3. Rid of all the discovery and the last thug. Hand looks dope, other than it's missing something. Oh, we snapped this one off. Well, I said that. It's 1 lander. All right. Let's get punished. They have a 1/1. They're gonna beat us down with a 1/1. Spire Bluff. Second 1/1. Okay. Dude, Dredge hates me, apparently. Yeah, Dredge. What's up, Fluffy? He kept a 1 lander. Sure, you can surveil twice. Exiles Lightning Bolt. Exiles Counterspell. 2 more Torn before the Manaless route. Yep. Visions. They did not like Spell Pierce. Did not like Lightning Bolt. Loves you more than Mel. I mean, 1 landers. We'll take 2. Can we draw a land? No. Okay. So 19, we've drawn 1, 2, 3. They're going to mill themselves twice and draw. What are they hoping to find here? I saw the other 6 cards and thought this is a great hand and hit keep. Once you hit keep, you cannot retract that statement. Watch, Ragavan's going to exile a mountain. Okay, exiles Cathartic Union. That's good. We wouldn't have been able to play that anyway. This, and now we draw the Nature's Claim. Okay. Time to just go hard route. Pitch an imp. Retraction is the concede button. I'm not hitting that button when we're up a game. Nature's Claim Leyline for the stall. It's an option. They're going to hard cast Leyline. That is fine. I guess we'll go to 8 and put in a Stomping Grounds tapped. Because Leyline doesn't get rid of what's in the graveyard. We're going to take a natural draw here. And there's our land. See, we're golden. Yeah, I'll say we're going to just Nature's Claim their Leyline at the end. Or our Leyline from them. And then we're just going to go off. Opponent's not going to know what hit him. We take 4, go to 4. Ragavan exiles a Cathartic Reunion. Bobble. Gets rid of a Murktide. We'll let them see what we're drawing. Because that spell actually doesn't matter. This Sacred Foundry tapped. And try to Nature's Claim. Has the counter spell. Of course they have the counter spell. Monkey dashes back. This, they get to draw. We take the natural draw here. And it's a loam. Does not beat the monkey. One landers. Totally had that game if we weren't on one land. Okay. So we saw half their deck and didn't see any hate. But they can play our own hate. Yeah, we keep, and we just don't keep one-landers this time. Take the play here. And has 2 lands in it. Has a loam, has a Cathartic Union, has a Leyline of the Void. Yeah, we keep this. We didn't... No. They did not play Leyline. We saw our second Leyline. So this is the most awkward start for us because it's a question of, do we go turn one Shriekhorn or do we go cave? My Saturday's been good. Did you end up doing the lumber stuff that you were talking about? Did you decide against that? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think turn 2 Cathartic's better than the turn 1 Shriekhorn. Even though we don't. Okay, sure. You have a Soul Guide Lantern. Got the truck out of the fun. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of Loam and Leyline here. See if opponent wants to crack their Soul Guide on just the Loam. They don't. Dope. Effects happen. Do I get a 1/1 and hit you for 3? I do indeed. Cool. Now I'm just gonna do Dredge things of smack you slowly. An Amalgam. During the edge of our paver patio. Nice. We played a Shriekhorn. They fetch. Sure. They shock in. We're gonna counter the Shriekhorn? Okay. Iterates. Bolt is what they exile. So they're gonna bolt our Narcomoeba? Okay. It's fine. You've got no pressure. I've got no pressure. We're both just gonna sit here then. A Copperline Gorge. We'll go Copperline into... I'll go Cathartic. Pitching the Loam and the Amalgam here. Again, just trying to hit as much as possible. Say yes. And pass the turn. Opponent's at 10. So, like, even though we quote unquote don't have a clock, opponent's real low. Tis a Darcy. This, that, okay. Very respectful of waiting on Lantern. I think they shouldn't be, but it's also because they are extremely low. Because I can just cast Creeping Chill. It makes sense that they're holding Lantern. There's nothing in our yard here that they're scared of. It's not like we're doing Dredge things quick. Monkeys dashed. Yeah, I was gonna say. Their Lantern might kill them. Depending. I just like that we have this Forgotten Cave out. Bloodstained Mire is exiled. Nice. Land is not what I would have wanted to see there, so I'm glad that happened. A Leyline of the Void. Now let's cancel. I need that, this, gemstone hitting that, confluence, stomping ground. Fun. This blue, black, red amalgam. Yep. You're gonna surveil, pitching a Thought Scour. They play out the monkey. Doesn't go a swinging. Upkeep, they draw. And do they let me loam? They do. We finally gonna pop that? Sorry, there's not a second amalgam. There we go. They did it. Yes, I would love to use Narcomoeba. What do you mean I can't use Narcomoeba? Narcomoeba. I will loam with no targets. You're gonna force. All right. I'm gonna hold back the amalgam. We can hard cast the Ox. I just realized. Is it worth it though? Having a 4-2 that we can't escape? No, I think we just go second Leyline of the Void. And just say, I hope you have an answer. Leyline of the Void. There we go. And we got what? Ooh, I like Shriekhorn. That's a fun one. Encounters the Shriekhorn. I am A-okay with that. Smack them for 1 and pass the turn. They're down to 5. They have 4 in hand. Bobbles. Let's see is what we're drawing. So we have 3 chills in the yard. In the exile. So there's 1 left in deck. An Amalgi boy. Sure. And now we attack with all. I'm gonna double block. I am A-okay with this trade, opponent. We're still in damage, because I forgot that you can have a stop in damage step. You're at 4, opponent. What you got? Concession, because Leyline of the Void absolutely hoses your deck. So blue, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus treasure. They have the Murktide. Okay. You tapped out for your Murktide. You play a Murktide, and we're going to do this instead. Loam, Imp. Hey, look at that. We hit a Creeping Chill. Dredge. 2 and 2. They had a nice chump blocker to block our Amalgam with. Somebody playing Mill was what they were last seen. No, that's too many good cards. Okay, we can keep this, though. We can keep bottom the Amalgam. This, that, Foothills. Fetch and Shock. Nah, because we've got the Mana Confluence, we're just going to go Red and Treecorn and pass. Force of Negation, exiling Fire Ice. Okay. So they're not Mill, which was the deck they were last seen playing. Forest their footfalls. All right. Loam to hand. And pass the turn. Footfalls is slowly going to happen. They're going to fetch. What, you're going to try to ice me? Yes, they're going to ice. Oh, no. Creeping Chill. That's a nice one. Do the chill. Play out land. Bloodghast trigger. Say yes. And we're going to fetch and shock here. For the loam, get back these 2. And pass the turn. Petty theft. You're gonna ice. Well, I'd like to cycle then if you're gonna ice now. That's a foothills. They're at 12. This happens. We draw an amalgam. Yo, what up, Evan? Not much, not much. We're just having fun with Dredge. Facing footfalls here for our last match of the league. I'm assuming we're about to get outbursted. Look at all them basics. Violent outburst. Yep, cascade into Rhino. Okay, the Rhino has 2 turns. Okay, make some Rhinos. That is true. They do look good. Damage happens. Play a land. Have Bloodghast come back. And green, red. Loam back 3. So we're looking at endurance from them. Bloodghast can't block, so we have to take 8. This fetch down to 10. Because I really need to find ourselves something other than just dredging this one card back and forth. Apparently that's not going to happen, though. Well, there's a thug. And we can put Ox on top. We can go Amalgam. Amalgam Thug is Dredge 4. We could also go Life from the Loam. And Thug. I think that has to be our play. Which is just awkward. This needs to be tapped for green because I'm a smart person. Get back those 2. And we can't even cycle because there's... I should have swung with the Bloodghast. Mistakes made. Wouldn't matter anyway because they're making 2 more Rhinos. And plus 1 more. All for good measure here. Because they're the ones about to come off of suspension. So we get Rhino'd. Because we weren't able to find a Dredge card. They've got plenty. Alright, they turn them all sideways. We can block 1, and then we take 15. So, Rhinos, we know Lightning Axe. And that's about it. Like, Leyline of the Void doesn't really stop what they're doing. It means that they can't evoke. But I don't think we care about that. I mean, they can still evoke. It means that it goes to the graveyard and goes away permanently. They don't have any artifacts or enchantments. Blast zone can't be on 0, so blast zone's bad. We could bring in ending. I don't think that's what we want to be doing, though. I think this is just like cut 2 discovery and a shriekhorn here and just go to town. And just be fast. Take the play here. And doesn't do anything. It's a 1-lander. I really shouldn't keep 1-landers. So we're gonna mulligan to 5. And just doesn't do anything. Down to 4. Okay, we can keep this. Bottom the 3 cards that aren't good. Do this tapped and say go. I dislike that opponent kept 7. Opponent keeping 7 makes me go that they have force and endurance. There's the force. Force pushing shardless. Discovery. We'll try it. I'd love to use its ability. Pitch these 2. Draw that one, draw that one. No other effects, so that'll happen. Fun times. We make an Archamoeba. And then we'll have a Loam next turn. Problem is, this is Shardless Agent. It could be a Violent Outburst. We draw an Ox. Red, green, Loam, get back Mine, get back Foundry, get back Mountain. All those will happen. Then we'll do Mine, Fade that we have removal. Does Endurance have reach? It does. Like, I'm pretty sure it has a relevant line of text here. But hey, if they're endurancing that, I feel in a pretty good spot. Unless they have another endurance. Double X. So I could conflag for 0, then conflag for 4. Why can't I? So no targets, pay 1 red. That's how you do the initial conflag. And conflag for 4. Red, pitch our hand. Hope they don't have another one. Because rhinos we can beat. Endurance is a bit annoying. Alright. Sure. You have some 4/4s. Rhinos say smack. As the other endurance. Okay, we're done. Okey-doke. We concede there because they shuffle our library. We have 1 natural draw and they have 11 damage on board. With 1 draw, Dredge cannot deal with their board state. So, 2-3 overall with Dredge. Feels fine. Endurance doesn't feel like it's a problem. It just slows us down. The main thing is when they're putting out 4/4s and hitting you for 8 and then doing it again, you're gonna lose that race when they're stalling you. So you don't have a great matchup against that Footfalls deck. We ran into that twice. It's 2 of our 3 losses. Can't say I'm surprised. But yeah, it feels like people aren't packing the correct type of Grave Hate for Dredge. You just have to dodge that matchup, and that matchup is pretty prevalent right now. But deck still felt fine. So if you got it, run it. If you want to run it, run it. It's not in an awful spot. It's not in a fantastic spot, but you know, you don't need to be in a great spot for FNM, right? Anyway, I'll see y'all next video.